what's up guys? So it's the same day, literally minutes apart, different video. On this video, we're gonna be putting a new turbo finally on the S13. I know where we left off. I got the CA back together and we fixed it. It's not making any crazy noises now. It runs, it drives, but it still overboosts. Well, I wanted to tell you guys that I tried a few things off camera. One of the things that we tried was we wired the wastegate flapper completely open and did a pull. And basically what that would mean is all the exhaust should be going out of the wastegate hole instead of building any boost at all. Well, when I did that, we made it to about 5,500 RPMs and it still hit 20 pounds of boost with it completely open. So with it completely open, that takes the actuator completely out of the equation. It's literally, you couldn't get any more open than that. It was just wide open and it still flowed enough exhaust to make 20 pounds of boost. So obviously the turbo isn't gonna work for us. So I decided to just get a new turbo. So what we got was an S15 dual ball bearing turbo, brand new from Garrett. I got the little piece from my CA turbo. So the difference between the 2871R and the Garrett S15 ball bearing turbo is the intake housing size. The turbine is smaller on the intake side on the S15 turbo. So my hope is that we build less boost and it's not as easy to overboost. So hopefully with this turbo, we can completely get rid of the overboosting issue and I can just enjoy this car. It's a smaller turbo. I'm hoping that it spools up a little faster and I get a little bit more low end. We'll lose out on top end, but I don't have much of top end either, so it'll just be slow all the way around, but it'll be less slow on the bottom end. So this is how it is right now. You see, I got the Garrett turbo, 2871R in. And we just got all this back together. So I'm gonna take all of this back apart and we're gonna put the S15 turbo in. Okay, so we got the turbo off. It wasn't really that bad. It probably took me, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half. Who knows? But it's off. here we are. We got this thing coming off. And then I'll just reassemble the manifold with the S15 turbo. Okay guys, so this is the old 2871R right here. 0.64 exhaust housing. It looks actually like the S15 exhaust housing might be a little bit smaller. I'm not sure. It looks like it. I didn't look up the measurements. I definitely need to rotate the S15 turbo. So if you guys are watching this because you're thinking about putting an S15 turbo on your ca18, I'll show you guys how to do it. I'll show you how much I had to rotate it. You can see we're flat with the top of this right here. It's like lined up. So it's not on this. So we're probably gonna have to rotate the exhaust housing over this way. But I'll do that and we'll get it all bolted up. All right guys, so I did a little bit off camera. I went ahead and installed the turbo and everything. We skipped ahead a little bit. My camera died right as I got it together and got it running. I had an oil leak coming from my oil feed that I had to track down. I thought it was the drain, but it's actually the feed the whole time. So I think I got that fixed, fingers crossed, but here it is. It has a really bad exhaust leak on the manifold because I had to reuse the gasket, but don't worry, I'll get a new gasket and I'll fix that. No big issue. This is it. Seems to be running good. I think it stopped leaking. We'll find out. Wow, this spool's completely different. It sounds really different.
Sorry, I was trying, but my seatbelt was holding me.
Yep. It looks like we fixed it. And it looks like the AFRs are good because it's a much smaller turbo. This bitch is like out of gas. I didn't realize it was that low. God, Dave.
I was trying to, you accelerated and I was being pulled back. And so I was trying to hold myself back.
Definitely much richer in the AFRs because it's got that smaller turbo. Smells like burning oil. Per usual. The turbo is still spooling.
Yeah.
It's still steaming, burning off oil, so I think it's still leaking oil. Let me go get a rag and see what my oil is at. Still hits, I don't know if it's over boosting or not. I don't think it's supposed to hit 16 pounds. Let's see how much oil is left in this. Because it was leaking pretty good. Oh, looks like it's still full on oil. I almost feel like it may have stopped leaking. I don't know. Nah, it didn't. There's oil droplets down there. God damn it. I wish it would just not do that.